On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I mean, we just had the whole conversation around dating, and remember we was talking about, who should date, how much they should date, how often they should date, when they should date. That's all. I mean, the way we were talking about it last week, it was about, finding out what you like, what you don't like, who you want to be with. And usually when you think about dating, there's no real intention in that. You know what I'm saying? There's no expected end. It's like, I'm just throwing something up against the wall to see what sticks. And if I like it, I like it. But again, when you talk about courting, that is very intentional. There is an end in mind.
Hey, you guys, welcome to Lapeef, Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get these likes up. Get these likes up. Also take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, AK, you good? Okay. Really, you okay?
Brother, I am more than okay.
Okay. Just make sure you check on your work wife. Make sure she's cool.
JR, how's your work husband? JR, did you freeze up?
I'm good. I'm good.
Wait.
No, I didn't freeze up.
I'm good as long
I was just shocked what you said.
As long as I'm the one that's identified as the husband, then I'm cool.
All right, you guys. Again, make sure you guys get these likes up, subscribe. Also, go ahead and share the live right now to somebody. Somebody's missing a good ass show. Our next topic for the night is do women like to be courted? Do women like to be courted? I'm gonna start with you, Rilla.
Of course, women like to be courted, man. They love it. They love being chased. Women love being courted so much they'll accept attention from dudes they don't even like. They'll accept it from dudes they don't even like. So they like the idea. We talk about the Disneyfication of romance and relationships and all these.
Hold on, Rilla. I hate to interrupt you, but either you or JR, give us some context behind what you mean by courting, because most people don't even understand what it means to court anymore. So, really, I don't know if you want to give some additional context.
Yeah. I think. Well, I'll just say for me, I think when two people are courting, number one, you're making your intentions known off the bat. You're having exclusive conversation about what you're doing. Now, part of that courting, and the question is around: do women like to be courted? Do women like to be in the company of a gentleman? This is how I look at it. Do women like to be in the company of a gentleman? She wants to be in the company of a man that's going to open a door for her. Does she want to be in company of a man that if they're going on a date, he's bringing her roses, or, even so much as him paying for the tab and paying for, everything when they go out, right? To me, that is the process of courting, and it's with an expected end. So you're being upfront about that conversation, and then throughout that process, for the most part, it's the man courting the woman. It's the romance and the Disneyfication of it all is the man courting the woman. That means he's, I think in today's terms, we kind of look at it as the man pedestalizing the woman and him proving himself to her, right?
No, does the man have intentions?
Yeah, so in that regard, do women like being courted? Yes, they love the attention. They love being showered. They love being romanced. They love being swept off their feet. Absolutely.
Okay. Kay, do women like to be courted?
Yes, I definitely think that women like to be courted. They like to get that attention.
$9 an hour, ain't no courting going on there. I can tell you that. It's project hallways, baby. Piss up the steps. Ain't no courting. I'm just playing with you, Kay. Go ahead. It's just a joke, baby. Go ahead.
Do women like to be courted? Yes, women like to be courted. They like to get that attention. They like the feeling of a man trying to, I guess, kind of prove himself worthy of her affections and attention and things like that. Usually when people like use the word courting, they're thinking about like it comes with like that connotation of there's an intention that you're going to be married or, get into something really serious. So I definitely think that if a woman is looking for a relationship, especially, that she will like that from a man.
Okay. Danielle, do women like to be courted?
I think so, yes. But the thing that comes to mind when I think about courting is that it often goes wrong, I think, with women and men, especially in situations where that woman doesn't have a lot of male counsel in her family. Because in a courting situation, a woman needs to be aware of what she's looking for. And a lot of times, if she's just on her own during that process, she might not make the right decisions because women are very emotionally motivated. So I think that courting really should be happening within the guidance of like a father, uncle, brother situation. I think it's like a twofold. The man should be treating you well and courting you, but should also be proving himself to a man and learning that there are consequences for bad actions beyond what this woman would do. I think that's the more important part of courting that just doesn't happen anymore.
Okay. Courtney, do women like to be courted?
Yes. Women love to be courted. I think the part that we forget is that every man is not going to court you. I do believe courting is the way that a man tells you, okay, I'm interested in you a little bit further. Usually it's for marriage, and he's going to pretty much showing you how it would be when you're married him.
Good job, Courtney. Listen, this is my spirit animal right here. This girl is my spirit animal. I'm telling you, she got every answer right, bro.
Okay, well, so I think that's the most important part. What women seem to fail to realize is that we expect every man to court us, and they're not going to do that. Once you get to the level where they see you as a wife, then you get treated as such. So do women want to be courted? Yes, but we live in a fantasized, like Rilla said, Disney world, meaning that every man is going to do that, and that's not right. They're not, nor should they.
All right. Anton, do women like to be courted?
My spirit cheetah answered the question perfectly, but let me add a little bit of context. I don't even think women understand what it means to be courted anymore. And again, Courtney hit on it, but it is to be courting is basically to really be in the mindset of being married. And so it really comes on the end of the man. But more importantly, again, I don't think that women understands what it means to be courted, because most times, if at all, women don't even know how to put themselves in a position to be a wife. They don't even know how to do anything except have a hot girl summer for the most part. They think that a guy is just going to walk up and that's just going to be the end of it, or he's going to walk up and he's going to be entertained or excited based off of how she looks, and that's going to be the end of it. That's not courting. And dating is not courting. None of that is courting. So most women have no idea what it means to be courted or what it leads to. So I could say, yeah, they like to, but how can they like something that they don't even get and they don't even understand?
Hey, Anton, question real quick. So we talk about, well, at least I was referencing how, part of that courtship is the man sort of proving himself. I like what Danielle said in reference to the man also having to prove to the family in traditional covenant. That is what you did, is you proved yourself to the family. But I think about A Bronx Tale, and you remember the scene where he was getting counsel from the old Italian gangsters, and they told him, like, if you get in that car and you open that door for her and she don't pop it for you, then she's not the one, right? And I think a lot of times, would you say that in a courtship, that man is showing himself to that woman to say, these are my credentials or whatever, right? Should that woman also during that courtship be proving herself to that man?
I don't think so, because men control access to marriage. So to a larger extent, it's easier for me to just, because, okay, I don't believe in dating, right? I believe just aligning yourself in good company and being with people that is going in the direction that you're going, right? So I'll use my own situation as an example. Me and my wife of today, I call her my chick because it puts me in a mindset that I'm still going out with her and I'm still trying to, entertain that whole thing, right? Me and her, right, we were best friends the whole time. And most people know this story. So I was just in good company. I was in alignment with certain people, and her, guys, whatever, girls, guys, whatever, a bunch of different people that are actually going in the direction that I'm going. Once I decided that, you know what, she the one, then that's when the courtship started. That's when I started to put myself in the mindset of, yo, this is my wife. This is the person that I want to marry. Let me start entertaining this situation with a different mindset. And then that translated into my actions, which led to us actually starting to go out and look at each other on a more intimate level, on a more romantic level, starting to evaluate and look at different things outside of just the friendship. So I think the courting happens right before the marriage, but a lot of people think that in the process of dating, that's the way in which you court. A lot of people actually they've given it a different name. They say that's my boyfriend and that's my girlfriend. When in reality, when you right at that spot before you start to entertain the possibility, or when you start to entertain the possibility of marriage, that's when courting happens. That's when it begins.
Yeah. And I'll add to that.
You already know that that's your wife.
Yeah. And I think the woman has to prove herself to you before you even decide to court her. So the proving is not in the courtship for the woman. The woman is the proving before to get that courtship.
Yep. That's
so
true.
we have to prove ourselves up top. Like, let me show you why I would be an amazing wife to you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, my chick, she had already shown herself to be, of marriage material and all of that, and that I was going to completely align with her. Once I started courting her, I had already picked her. That was it. And it was just a process at that point.
I want to ask you guys, is there a difference between courting and dating?
Yeah.
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 Look, I mean, we just had the whole conversation around dating, and remember we was talking about, who should date, how much they should date, how often they should date, when they should date. That's all. I mean, the way we were talking about it last week, it was about, finding out what you like, what you don't like, who you want to be with. And usually when you think about dating, there's no real intention in that. You know what I'm saying? There's no expected end. It's like, I'm just throwing something up against the wall to see what sticks. And if I like it, I like it. But again, when you talk about courting, that is very intentional. There is an end in mind.